Dear students, in this video I'm going to show you how to enter transactions from 12th of January 2019 until the end of the month. So the first transaction is on 12th of January we placed a new order of 20 Sony HDR from ABC. So going to my Sage, I will click on purchase order, click on new, enter the date, which is 12th of January, from ABC Limited, and the product is Sony, and the quantity is 20. And I'm going to press save. And before I press save, notice that I have entered the date, which is 12th of January 2019. So after this transaction, I will show you how to change the date of the software so that I do not have to enter January and 2019 again and again. So I'm going to press save. Would you like to place the order now? Yes. I do not want to print. Now you can see at the bottom of the software it is showing you today's date, which is 6th of March 2022. If I click on my settings and click on change program date, press yes. So enter 31st of January 2019. So I'm changing the software date, not the computer date. And the advantage of changing this software date is whenever I will enter the transactions, I will not have to change the month and the year. I just have to change the date, the day. Okay, so now you can see at the bottom of the software is 31st of January 2019, which is the end of the month for this JSIPS company. So that was the first transaction. Second transaction is we paid £108 for motor fuel out of the petty cash, and the reference number is 1460. Going to bank account, click on petty cash, click on bank payment. You can see I only have to change the date, which is 12th. Enter the reference number. This is engine oil. Motor fuel and oil. And the amount is £108. The standard VAT is T1, which will apply, and press save. Next transaction is place an order for 20 Tamron camera lens from ABC Limited on 13th of January. Click on purchase order, new, 13th of January from ABC. Press OK. And that is 14 Tamron. So quantity is 40. And I'm going to press OK. Order now. No. So now you can see there are two orders which have been placed and they are on their way. We have not received the order yet. Next transaction is on 14th of January we received the order which we placed on 12th of January. So this is the order which we have received on 14th So I'll click on my the order which I placed, receive deliveries. Would I like to update my stock? Yes. I do not want to print it. And now if I go back to my products, you can see Sony, we have 20 in stock, and free stock is 20 as well. Next, purchase invoice number 2740, which is a reference number, was received. So look at attachment number 3. So I'm going to open attachment number 3. So on 15th of January, we received this from ABC, who is a supplier. So I'll click on suppliers. I'll click on ABC Limited, click on batch invoice, change the date, which is 15th of January, and to the reference number. Now let's look at the invoice amount. The net amount is 3600 and the VAT is 720, which the software will calculate automatically. And that's it. Department, click on purchases because this is purchase invoice. Press save. Close it. Next is on 15th of January, we received a purchase order which we placed on 13th. So this order has been received on 15th of January. So I'm going to go to my Sage, purchase order, the second order, receive deliveries, update my stock, don't print. And now if I click on my products, you can see all the products are in stock. Next transaction is 16th of January. A purchase invoice number 2795 was received. See attachment number 4. So I'm going to open attachment number 4, 16th of January from ABC Limited. Supplier ABC Limited, batch invoice. That is on 16th of January. And the net amount is 16,000. The VAT is standard VAT. And save it. Close this. Next, there is a sales invoice which we have issued, sales invoice number 3, issued to Ace Limited for 10 Sony HDR. So if I click on customers, Ace Limited, batch invoice, the date is 16th of January, so let's change the date to 16th of January. Invoice number 3, the amount. Now we need to find out what is the value of 10 Sony HDR. So what is the selling price of 10 Sony HDR, if there is any discount on Sony HDR, and if there is any additional discount given to Ace Limited. So I can go up and I can see that Ace Limited is eligible for 1% discount. If I go further up and see Sony HDR, there it is, there is a 3% discount and the selling price is £400. So if I go into my Excel sheet, I can type 10 that needs to be multiplied by 400. The answer should be multiplied by 0.99, which is a 0.97, which is a discount on Sony HDR, and this total should be multiplied by 99, which is 1% discount to Ace Limited. Is that Ace Limited? Yes, it is Ace Limited. So you can see the total is 3,821. I can convert that into currency. So this is the sales amount. And remember, we have to update our stock. We are selling 10 Sony HDR. Stock total. So if I go back to my Sage software, over here I will type 3841, 3841.2. Standard VAT will apply. Okay, and then I'm going to press save. Because I've just sold it to Ace Limited, I will quickly go to my stock and update my stock. So you can see I have highlighted Sony HDR. Click on adjustment out. And the date was 16th of January. Reference is the invoice reference, which is invoice number 3. And quantity 10. 10 units have been sold. So now if you look at the screen at the back, you can see in quantity in stock is 20, free stock is 20. I have just sold 10 of them. As I press save, you can see that the quantity of the stock has been reduced. Next is sales invoice number 4 issued to Banner for 15 Tamron. There is an invoice value discount of 0.5% over 5,000. So if Banner will buy for more than £5,000 worth of goods, then we will give him an additional 0.5%. Now 0.5 means 100 minus 0.05 is 99.95. So it's 0.5. So the discount is 0.5%. I'm just double checking this 5,000, oh sorry, 5%, 0.5%. So yes, it's a 25%, 25 pounds discount. If anyone spends more than £5,000. So it's a 0.005. So we will multiply it by 0.99995. Okay, so if I go to my Sage software, click on customers, banner limited, batch invoice. The date is 16th of January. The reference number is number 4, invoice number 4. Now is the time I have to calculate the sales price and the discounts. So if I go back to my information sheet, here is the detail for Banner Limited, and Banner Limited is eligible for 2% discount, which is 100 minus 2% is 0.98. Let me double check if Tamron lens has got any discount on it. So you can see there is no further discount on the product itself. The selling price is £716. So if I go to my Excel sheet, so this is for Banner Limited, and we are selling 15 products. The selling price is 716. The discount available to Banner Limited is 2%, and we have the policy that if anyone is buying for more than £5,000 worth of goods, then we'll give them an additional of 0.5%, which it turns out to be 0.9995. Sorry, it's 99995. So now if I multiply them, 15 to be multiplied by 716 to be multiplied by 90.98 to be multiplied by 0.99995, and the total is 10,524.674. So I'm going to reduce the decimal figure and bring it to 2 decimal places. So it's 10,524.67. $10,524.67. Standard VAT will apply. Save the details. Close it. Next, we have received a check which is from Banner Limited, and the check number is 77237. So I will go to my bank account, bank current account, and this is a customer receipt. So I'll click on customer receipt. Over here I'm going to select Banner. So there are 2 invoices, outstanding invoices from Banner Limited. This is received on 17th of January. So I'm going to change the date. I will not enter the amount over here because the amount is already given over here. So I'll click on that amount, and you can see the receipt column has been highlighted. Again, I will not enter the amount. I will go onto the top and I'll press pay in full. So you can see now the amount is appearing in the receipt column, and over here in the amount section 11,466. In the reference I'm going to enter the check number which I copied from the Word document. So we have received this money from Banner Limited. Now notice that there were two outstanding payments to be received from Banner Limited. When I press save, if I go back to Banner's account, and now there is only one outstanding payment to be received from Banner Limited. I'll close it. Next is we received another check from Ace Limited this time. Let's copy the invoice, our check number, 17th of January. So again, bank account, bank current account, customer receipt. This time it is Ace. Change the date to 17th. So the amount we have received is 40,748. 40,748 is there. I'm going to press pay in full, enter the reference number, and press save. Next, on 18th, we issued a credit note of 2 Sony HDR which were sold to Ace Limited on 16th of January. So notice that Ace Limited bought 10 Sony HDRs, and now we are receiving these two back from Ace Limited because maybe they were faulty, so he's returning those two items, those two cameras. Number one, again I'll have to calculate what was the selling price, if there is any discount that I gave to Ace Limited, and if there is any discount on Sony HDR. And there is a 1% discount on Sony HDR which I calculated when I calculated the first sales to Ace Limited, and there is a 3% discount which Ace Limited is entitled to receive, so I gave him that discount. So I will again have to work out the discount because I cannot be selling goods with discount price, and when these goods are returned back to me, I will not end up paying them the full price. I will have to deduct the discount which I offered them. If I go back to my Excel sheet, over here I'm going to this time I'm going to type credit note, which is a return. Two products have been sold, returned back to me. The price was £400. 0.97 was 3% discount on the Sony product which I gave to Ace Limited, and on top of that I also gave 1% discount to Ace Limited. So now you can see that this is the amount which Ace Limited will not pay me. So eventually, how much Ace Limited is going to pay me? Let's work it out. So the total, take away the refund. So this is the total amount which I will be receiving, or I should receive. Or I should receive from Ace Limited. Okay, next. Right, now this is the amount which I need to take into consideration when entering the refund. And at the same time, I need to remember to update my stock. This is the stock amount that I need to update. So the first thing, I'm going to enter the credit note details. So I will click on customers. I'll select Ace Limited. I will click on batch credit on the top. I will change the date, which is 18th. Credit note number. And the amount is 786.24. $786.768. So it is 768.24. $768.24. And I'm going to press save, close it. If I double click on Ace Limited and I click on activity, so I can see that there's a credits sales. So you can see sales invoice, and credit sales. Now I need to update my stock. So at the moment there are 10 Sony cameras left. This is adjustment in. Remember, when I sold, I clicked on adjustment out. Now I will click on adjustment in. Date is 18th. Quantity 2. Press save, close it. So now I can see that there are 12 items available for sale. Next. We paid £60 for traveling from Petty Cash. The VAT is exempt, and this is the reference number. So I will click on bank account, Petty Cash, payment, bank payment. The date is 20th, reference number. So that was for traveling. So I'll click on drop down, click on D, traveling. Department is, well, there's no information, so I'm just going to select administration. The amount is 60, and the tax code should be T9 because there is no tax. And I'm going to press OK. Next. We issued a check number 0003 for 25,200 in favor of Frame Limited. So we are making a payment. So I'll go to my Sage, bank account, bank current account. So we are making a payment to our supplier. So supplier payment, not a bank payment, but a supplier payment. And the supplier is Frame Limited. And you can see the first invoice is 25,200, which we have to pay. Again, I'm not going to enter the amount here or over here. I will press pay in full, so you can see the amount will appear in the check, and the amount is also written in words. I will enter the check number. I will change the date, which is 20th of January, and I'm going to press save. On the 21st, there is another check which we have issued to Frame Limited. Again, another check. Now I will go back to bank current account, payment to supplier, Frame Limited. Notice one thing, I'm entering these two invoices separately because the date is different and the amounts are different and check numbers are different. That's why they are being entered separately. So the check number is 04. This is the full amount. Let's double check. Yes, the check number is 0004. The amount is 64,800. And I'm going to press pay in full and then save. Always double check your figures before you press save button. Then we paid £250 for entertainment out of the petty cash. Standard VAT will apply. The reference number is 2215. 25th of January, £250 for entertainment. I'll go to bank, petty cash, click on payment, bank payment. It's not a supplier payment. Change the date to 25th. Reference number, enter the reference number. Over here, if I click on E, I cannot find entertainment. If I click on C to look for customer entertainment or client entertainment, there is no such information. Therefore, I can enter them into sundry expenses. Sundry expenses are small expenses which have been gathered together and entered into one account called sundry expenses. If I want to change the name, I can. So I need to write down the nominal code number, which is 8250. And later I will change the name to entertainment expenses. Again, there is no information given, so I'm going to select department as administration. The amount is 250. The VAT will apply. Let's double check. It's 250 entertainment, yes. And I'm going to press OK. Now I will go to nominal code, click new, type 8250 and change the name to entertainment. Press save. Next, we received a check of 3659 from Ace Limited. Now, if I go to my bank account, bank current account, because the money will come into my bank current account, I will deposit the check. It's a customer receipt. Remember, there was a credit note as well. So I'm going to select Ace. I'll change the date to 27th. Reference number. Now you can see there are one invoice number 3, and one credit note. Now if I will click in front of the first invoice, press pay in full, and then now the credit note has been highlighted. When I'll press pay in full, this 921 will be subtracted out of 4690. Press pay in full. So you can see the amount is 3687.55. So I would suggest you to please update the figure. It's 368755. 368755. So there was a typo error. So please press save. So double check the date, the amount is correct, and press save. Now if I click on ACE again, you can see there's no outstanding invoice. On 28th, we issued a check number 0005 in favor of ABC Limited, and the amount is 4320 on 28th of January. So bank account, supplier payment, and this is ABC Limited. The date is 28th. Check number 0005, and the amount is the first invoice which we have paid. Press pay in full and save it. Next, on 31st, which is the last day of the month, we issued a check number 0006 for the net wages. See attachment number 5. So I'm going to open attachment number 5. So you can see here are the details for my gross wages. So these are the gross wages and the employer's national insurance. So remember that employers pay the wages as well as the insurance. So the employer's national insurance is 655.5. The net wages is 3163.25. And the PAY, which is the tax pay as you earn, that is 1016.75. And the total national insurance, which includes employers' contribution as well as employees' contribution, is 1225. So 1225.5. So what we are going to do is we are going to add the employer's contribution and the gross wages. So I'm going to pass a double entry, 4750 plus 655.5, which is 5405.5, debit side. Net wages 3163.25, credit side. PAY 1016.75 and the national insurance 1225.50, and the total of the debit should be equal to the credit. So this is a double entry. So that's the first step. Step number 1 is to enter this double entry into the Sage software, and then step number 2 is to make payment of, to employees. So this will go to the employee, PAY will go to HMRC, and the national insurance will also go to the HMRC. So let's go to our Sage. This time I'm going to click on nominal codes, and I'll click on journal entry. Over here I'm going to select gross wages. Okay, so if I click on G, gross wages, which is nominal code is 7,000, department, administration, tax should always be T9, there is no 20% tax. There is a separate tax, income tax is separate. The amount is 5405.5. The next account should be net wages, so I'm going to click on N, net wages, administration, department. The amount should be 3163.25. Next is the PAY. So I click on names and press P so I can see PAY. The amount is 1016.75. Next is NIC, National Insurance. And the amount is 1225.50. And you can see at the bottom the totals are equal. So I'm going to press Save button. And now the second step is to make payments out of my bank account. So click on bank account, bank current account, this time bank payments. Reference, the first check number was check number 6. Let me double check. Yes, it's 0006 for net wages. Department is administration. The net amount is 3163.25. Remember, there is no tax on it. Taxes, because T1 is for other taxes, VAT, but there is no VAT on income, on salaries. The second check is also going out of the same bank account. That's why I'm entering the details of the second check, which is 0007. The nominal code is PAY. The amount is 1016.75. That is T9. The third check is also going out of the bank account for national insurance. And the amount is 1225.5. And you can see the total is 5405.5 and press. So I have entered all three checks at the same time because they are all going out of the bank account on the same day, and they're all related to the salaries and wages. So I could enter them all in one go, which is called bulk checks or batch checks. So I'm going to press save, and the money will go out of the bank account. Thank you very much.